What's up, Philly? We out down here, man, in front of City Hall, which is the business emporium of Philadelphia. And just as we mentioned, man, that we presented that we are holding a round table down here at City Hall, man. I'm joined by the street lawyer of Philly, Quency The Street Lawyer, Barry. We're here to discuss some very, very important topics about law, economics, and politics. So I want to jump right in because I got a few questions that I would like to ask the street lawyer, so we can provide some perspective about, you know, mass incarceration in the judicial system. Once again, I want to welcome everybody to come down to the round table. We holding court on the street for real, because this matter. Before we move on, I want to say we representing the streets. We ain't here with no suits and ties. We ain't here on no major politic, you know, situation. We here because we really representing the streets. So don't think this is no preaching. This is nothing more than representing the hustlers, you know what I'm saying, in the city and around the world. This ain't just about Philadelphia. So, you know, I want to make sure that I make that clear, man. Pull up on us, man, and show us some love. You feel what I'm saying? Because this is about not only prison reform, but poverty reform. And we taking situations into our own hands. You know what I'm saying? Who better than us? So I wanna get started. Once again, I got a few questions for you. All right, and this is just to provide some perspective about how to go about once you get into trouble. Who do you contact? How do you contact them? And why do you contact them? You know what I'm saying? So we want to get this to the streets so they'll know. You feel what I'm saying? First and foremost, what we getting ready to address, some of the questions that I'm getting ready to ask you is pertaining to the 6th Amendment of the Constitution. All right? Are you familiar with the 6th Amendment of the Constitution? All right. What is the importance of the 6th Amendment?
The 6th Amendment is so important because you're supposed to have a right to a speedy trial within 180 days. You understand? Now, at preliminary hearing, which is the first proceeding, you're supposed to be in a preliminary within 15 days. If you're not in a preliminary hearing within 15 days because a witness called to show on the prosecution, then the prosecution is delaying the proceedings between the indictment and trial, which is to delay you the right to speedy trial. So now, there's 2 precedent cases under getting the case dismissed the second time at prelim to the witness called to show up.
Okay. Now, to add on to that, I want to make sure that we understand that one of the important things about the 6th Amendment is the precedent Gideon versus Wainwright in 1963, which set the precedent for defendants to be appointed an attorney/lawyer for their defense. Once again, I want to make sure that we understand that the precedents for for a defendant to be appointed lawyer, if he's insufficient with finances, is the case, Supreme Court case Gideon versus Wainwright in 1963. All right, the second question that I got for you: how many days is it that you must be at trial? How many days is it that you have to, and must, and the word must in the language of law, meaning that it is law that they do something. So how many days is it that you must be at trial?
You have 180 days to be at trial. Now, if you're not at trial within 180 days, then a pretrial hearing, pretrial house arrest hearing is supposed to occur. Now, say the pre-trial house arrest occurred, you're on the streets, now they still got 365 days to be at trial. You understand? Once you're at trial with 365 days, you must file a motion to dismiss.
Okay. When do you have what's considered a speedy trial within that time frame? What is the next step when you have something that's considered to be a speedy trial under the Sixth Amendment?
Next is that there's two prerequisites that you must adhere to. Without these two records, you cannot file a motion to dismiss of your case. So the two prerequisites is that a suppression motion must be filed with a yay or a nay. That's one of the reasons you can have your whole case dismissed within 365 days. Excuse me. Then the second thing is that you must have you're asking about your discovery. If they never say nay or yay to your discovery, then that's the reason why you can file a motion to dismiss the whole case if you're not at trial with 365 days.
Okay. Well, let me get a little bit here. A little bit hot in the frame. The next question. When you are granted pre-trial / house arrest, what are the time limits to be at trial?
The time limits to be at trial, if you're on pre-trial house arrest, is 365 days still. Like I said, you must adhere to the two prerequisites under that for you to file a motion to dismiss. Other than that, you're going to have your motion as moot, or you can still be sitting in the county or out here on the streets fighting cases for 2-3 years. Like I already fought somebody's case for almost 3 years, still doing paperwork to get him to beat his case out here in the streets. You understand? So that's the point I'm going with.
Okay. Thank you. All right, for the final question for the Sixth Amendment, what are the two prerequisites to have your case dismissed if you're not at trial within 365 days?
The two requisites are the suppression motion or you asking for the discovery. And we don't file paperwork to get the discovery or the suppression in, then like I said, you be sitting in the county for a year, over a year and better, or you be sitting on the streets fighting your case over a year and better. Like I said, I just beat somebody's case over a year already with a gun case and preliminary hearing. Still at preliminary hearing for a whole year. It's out of pocket. Same thing with somebody's case. He got 4 years right down the street because they postponed it on a gun case. It's not a homicide, it's a gun case. Come on, man. Let's get the brothers home and beat these cases.
Absolutely. All right, now with that said, that clears it about the Sixth Amendment for this time. All right, once again, make sure y'all purchase my book, How the Game Begin. Is available at Amazon, at eBay, and Kindle, and a couple other platforms.
Yes, indeed, get that book. It's a must read.
I wanna absolutely make it clear that we are representing the street. This isn't scripted. This isn't rehearsed. We chose to take time out our lives and come down here and give some game up, some true game. It's because what's going on in Philly right now is ridiculous. And I wanna absolutely make it clear that ignorance to the law is no excuse. but it's an excuse that every man will plead once he's in trouble. So we have to that it is a high probability that we are going to experience incarceration. We giving you this game is because we didn't have it when we went to prison. So we giving this to you out of love, out of genuineness, out of sincereness, because this ain't a game. This isn't us trying to preach to you or tell you to stop the activity that you're doing. We just saying these are some tools that you might want to have on your journey and the hustle and the game. So know that this is something that has never been done. We're in front of City Hall right now, and let me make sure that we understand that it's our First Amendment right.
Mm-hmm. No question.
You know,
no question. And 14.
In part, it say Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion, nor prohibit the free exercise thereof, or the freedom of speech, or of press, or the right to assemble. So we out here and we are using our First Amendment rights to do this. All right. Is there anything else you want to add to that before we go into? All right, let's go. Now we're going to enter into some questions about the 14th Amendment. And everybody's welcome to pull up at the round table. We holding court on the street. We holding court on the street. And this is serious. So y'all can come on down, man, to show us some love, man. If y'all got any questions, if y'all got any information, come on, man, and tap in, man, and share what y'all got, man. Everybody's welcome, man. All right. The 14th Amendment also has a clause in it that the 5th Amendment has in it, which is the due process and self-incrimination clause, the 5th Amendment. The 14th Amendment has this same clause in it. We're going to touch on it a little bit. Okay. How many cases have you won since being a legal consultant?
I have won over 50 cases within 3.5 years when I was fighting a case in the county of Philadelphia. Drug cases, gun cases, robberies, homicide, attempted homicide, traffic stops. Those are all the cases I have beaten while in the county, like I'm doing while I'm on the streets as well. So, and I'm in different cities doing what I'm doing as well. So, let's get it.
Okay.
Let's get it.
Okay. What cases have you helped those consulted? One.
Every case that I named, drug cases, gun cases, robberies, homicide, attempted homicide, traffic stops. I just got 3 brothers that serve license in the mountains, 2 at Fayette and 1 at Chester. Appeals granted within 30 days. There's nobody doing that. The lawyer's not doing that. This comes from the trial judges, not the appellate court judges. And then another brother, he ain't got life. He's got a new trial within 130 days. He at Phoenix. So this is what I'm doing out in the street, making a difference for the brothers to go home to their family and their children, because it's needed. So please support the street lawyer and do Shakir, do what we need to do to get the brothers home. I'm not saying it, I'm doing it. There's a difference. I'm not part of no organization or what I'm doing. I'm doing everything from the muscle. So everybody that know me, from the penitentiary and the state to the county out here, come on, holler at me, man. Come on, man. Y'all know who I am. Come on, man.
What type of cases won't you consult?
I will not consult rape cases, pedophile cases, domestic violence cases and snitch cases. Now, I'm gonna be clear with the rape cases. If you have women that's backing you, that shows that you didn't commit that crime, then it's like, I'll take that case if need be. Other than that, I will not take that case.
Okay. Where do you go to get the material exculpatory evidence that the state withheld?
I go under the statute 18 PA CSA subsection 5749. It's called retention of certain records. Retention of certain records. And I make the state go and get the 911 call, which is the dispatcher call. For example, when somebody called the police a description of the suspect, I show that the accuracy of that dispatcher call. I get a camera anywhere on the side of the world to show that you went at the crime scene to commit the crime. And another thing is that, say for example, they see you was on camera committing the crime scene. I get the paper to show you they didn't follow procedure to get that camera. Because you gotta have an order, not a warrant. You understand? That's how deep it go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we just wanted to brush up with, a few circumstances as it pertains to the Sixth Amendment, which is right to a speedy trial, witnesses, etc. Then you got the 14th Amendment, which is citizenship rights, right? Which states all persons born or naturalized in the United States or subject to any jurisdiction thereof are citizens of the United States. No state shall make or abridge any privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive to any person life, liberty, or the pursuit of life, liberty, or property without due process of law, nor shall any state deprive to any person equal protection of the law. So we're supposed to give equal protection, particularly to African Americans, is because the 14th Amendment was ratified to give guarantee to the 13th Amendment, which is abolition of slavery. So we need to understand the laws that govern our lives. So the 14th Amendment, which has the same clause in it, the equal protection and the due process law, as the 5th Amendment, which is your due process law. So I wanted to be clear. I wanted to state under the 5th Amendment, the due process clause and the self-incrimination clause. In 1966, the precedent is Ernesto Miranda versus Arizona. This is the precedence where the law enforcement, any law enforcement, when they arrest you, they have to read you your Miranda rights. It's imperative that we understand this. This is the the Supreme Court case that when a defendant or a suspect who is being apprehended and taken in and arrested, he has to be read his Ernesto Miranda rights. All right, so that's the Supreme Court case to that. So we once again, we at City Hall. We holding a round table. We holding court on the street, and we open up this forum for anybody that may have had a brush with the law, or that may have some family members, friends that has the potential, as because of their lifestyle, to have a brush with the law. Ignorance to the law is no excuse, but it's an excuse that every man will plead when he in trouble. The reason why this is so important is because a lot of us don't have an understanding about the law and how the law works, but we are committing illicit acts. And it's imperative for us to know that if we gonna be in the games, in the game, in the streets, we ought to know the laws that govern the streets. And this which is the laws of the land that we operating under. This should be a high priority on your list when you move it illicit. Hopefully that never happens to you. This isn't us wishing that it happened to you. This is us being proactive to give you some real sincere game, some real heavy game. So you won't experience doing 12 and a half years like I had, or 20 years like he had. So right now we just busting it up, and we hoping that some individuals join us.
Come down and show the support, man.
Come down and support, because this is all about getting the bag. This is about getting the bag.
Real bag.
This is about getting a heavy bag. This ain't about no preaching. This ain't about no politics with no law that people trying to get some money off of the backs of the people by manipulation of the law. No, this ain't that. We really giving some game up because we want our young boys to come home. We trying to bring the real home. Y'all say y'all represent real. This real.
Yeah, second chances, homie. Second chances, man.
This real.
Second chances, man.
We out here for real.
Second chances, man.
And we don't got all the answers. We don't got all the answers.
I'm gonna make it happen.
We need help, but we gonna make it happen. We gonna do what's in our power to conduct change.
No doubt. So let's get it, man.
That's what this represent on all levels.
Right. Come down and show the street lawyers some support, man.
You know what I'm saying? Once again,
come down and say Booster Kid some support, man.
Once again,
come on now.
My book is available on Amazon. It's a life guide. It's a hustler's guide. Make sure that you purchase this for yourself. Make sure that you purchase this book for those who you know that are family members, friends that are incarcerated. This be a good gift for them. This be a good gift for them. How the game begin. All right. I want to go into is there anybody out there that can tell us how many county prisons that there is on State Road, or how many state prisons that there is in Pennsylvania, or how many federal prisons there is in Pennsylvania? Can somebody answer these questions? Because as far as my understanding, right now there are 6 county prisons that sit within the parameters of about 50 to 75 yards from each other. This is a lot of county, and they sit adjacent to one another, and they be filled to capacity most of the time. And to name a few that we all should be familiar with is CFCF, which is Koran Foreign Correctional Facility, Philadelphia Industrial Correction Center, which is Pitt, the Detention Center, which is DC, FCI Phoenix right now, which is a state penitentiary, which is a state penitentiary, but it still occupies the space on State Road up in Holmesburg. You had ASD, which is another prison. You had Women's Spaces, which is another prison. Why are there so many prisons on this one road? And they be filled to capacity. Let me tap y'all in, man. Thanks for tuning in, man. Tap a friend and tap a friend and tap in, man. Come on down, man. And show us up. We holding court on the street. We holding court on the street. And this is about economics. This ain't about just about law and pop. This is about getting some money, getting some paper. As far as my understanding, there's 23 state penitentiaries in Pennsylvania. 23. Pennsylvania got one of the most prisons, county-wise, state-wise, and federal-wise. There are 10 prisons, 10 federal prisons that are in Pennsylvania. This is excessive, and all of them be full to capacity.
And it come from us not knowing or understanding our rights first and foremost with regards to the state withholding evidence, material evidence that you can see and put your hands on to overturn the convictions, man. So this is what I'm doing right here.
Right.
I'm using that 14th Amendment to overturn convictions within 130 days, man. You get a date for a new trial within 130 days. This is what I'm doing, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
So
everybody come down here, man.
Yeah. Come on down, man. We on Broad and JFK. We out. This is an open forum, man. We in front of City Hall, where this is the business emporium. This is where the legislators work at. This is where the city councilmen and them that represent the people, the citizens of Philadelphia or any other state. Your City Hall is the business, it's the epicenter of where everything go down at. And yeah, we can do things by phone now. But still too, I want to make it my business to come down in front of the City Hall and hold court in City Hall. It's because not too many feet away from here, right? Let me show y'all, is a courthouse. Let me show y'all. Right here behind me, in this street, right here, in Filbert Street, right behind me, in this direction. This is where CJC, the courthouse, is at. This is called CJ Criminal Justice Center in Philadelphia, that sits on Filbert Street. It's right here, adjacent to City Hall, the City Hall building, downtown Philadelphia. Let me show y'all so y'all know where we at. We at Broad and JFK. If you drive straight up, you can encounter us right now. And we out here. We representing for the streets. We representing for the streets. Come out here and show us love so we could contribute to the change, man, that need to be done in our city, because our young boys don't know. Show us some love. Because we trying to show the city some love. We trying to make the necessary. Y'all want us, the men, to step up. Well, the men is stepping up. And we out here. This about money. This ain't about being on no preaching shit or on no corny stuff trying to preach to this or get people to stop the activity. No, but you might want to know is because we got the necessary experience to teach you. Because ain't nobody signed up for our young boys to be not having the regard for our women and children. You shooting up blacks and our women and children is no. We here to change this, man. Real rap. And I played on every level of the street. That's why I'm here doing this. I'm not ignoring it. I run the streets of Philly around so I can encounter you and let you know, man, what you up against.
Get it, man.
Once again, let me express to you, let me express to y'all, right? Another important Supreme Court case to be informed about is the Fourth Amendment, search and seizure, which states the rights of the people to be secure in their person, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable search and seizures should not be violated but upon probable cause, supported by oath of affirmation, particularly describing the place to be searched or the person or thing to be seized. So we have to understand the different facets of the Fourth Amendment: persons, property, effects, and places. The Supreme Court case that set the precedence for the Fourth Amendment, which is search and seizure, is Matt versus Ohio. Is Matt versus Ohio. This is the Supreme Court case that if you get pulled over and they don't have probable cause or suspicion of an immediate crime taking place, and you fit the description as a person, or you fit the description, your car fits the description, they cannot pull you over if they don't have probable cause and have the proper search warrant for the person, a body warrant, the place, the particular place, like a glove compartment, the cavity of the car, or the trunk. These are specific places that they have to have specific warrants for in order to search your car or your effects, which is a suitcase, which is a pocketbook, which is a fanny pack, or your person, which is whatever you got on your body. We need to know these things. We gotta have information about this while we out here committing crime. And this, I'm not condoning that you do this, but I'm not trying to tell you to stop doing what you're doing. I'm just trying to tell you the tools that you should have when we out here playing.
Right.
What you wanted to say?
Now, under the Fourth Amendment of probable cause, them three requisites for unstoppable frisk, which is unconstitutional. So, people don't know the law. If we sit back and think about it, everybody can lock up for a 911 call, somebody calling the cops on you, or somebody snitching on you, or you're in a high crime area. And then when it comes to traffic stops, once this Terry versus Ohio Supreme Court case, 1968 case, founding case, precedent case. Terry stops is about weapons, not drugs. You understand? So you have a kilo of coke in your pocket, or a pound of weed in your pocket. They pat you down. It's about weapons, not drugs. So now once they go in your pocket and start squeezing, poking, prying to get the container open, or in your car and all that, it's called regular manipulation. It's not constructive possession. You understand? That's how I beat cases, any kind of cases, with that right there. And then I add the proof to the Boah Street Doctrine, which shows that once you show on record that the initial illegality is illegal, like 911 call, non-missed tip, and high crime error, once you show they are illegal, everything else is called secondary evidence. Don't get thrown out. So guess what? Nobody, any case I touch, nobody got to be charged. None of that. None of that. That's how deep the Fourth Amendment go.
Absolutely. Once again, we on Broad and JFK, man. We out here pouring court on the street. Pouring court on the street, man. And this is my way of getting back at the system for incarcerating me for 12 and a half years without having a preponderance of evidence. is because I didn't get incarcerated at the state level. I got incarcerated at the federal level. And there's a differentiation between the two. Between state law and state ordinance and city ordinance and state law, they're federal law. You feel what I'm saying? So I got indicted at the federal level. And when you reach the federal level, you dealing with a particular laws that either can lock you in for a very long time, federal statute, or something habeas corpus that can free you up. So I'm here to inform you in every way that I can. I'm here to give you some heavy game. You feel what I'm saying? Before I move on, once again, let me show y'all. This is my book, How the Game Begin. It's available on Amazon and Kindle. If you're not a physical book reader, a paperback reader, then you can get it on Kindle. Please support me. Please support me. This is how I feed my family. This is how I stay out of jail, because I'm choosing to be an entrepreneur, and I need your support. I need your support. If you care about me and you want to see me prosper, you want me to continue on giving up this game, I need you to make this the best seller ever. I wrote this while I was incarcerated. How you doing, man? How you doing? Come on over, man. We live on, if you don't mind, we live on.
Well, I just maxed out.
Man, hold on. Let me get you right here, man. How you doing, man? My name Shakir, man.
Shakir.
Welcome to the round table, man. Right? What we trying to do is give back to the city. We releasing brothers that are incarcerated, right? And we down here in front of City Hall, so I wanted you to witness this, man. Like we really trying to change what's going on with the gun violence and all that. Because I'm from the streets. I don't want them to get this misconstrued that I played with pistols, that I sold drugs, that I did drugs, and I ran around Philly like the Tasmanian devil. So everything that the young boys doing, I done did it. I did my time and I stood up for it. So we trying to make sure that we had this forum right here, because the men got to step up and really represent. You feel what I'm saying? So I wanted to welcome, I wanted to show the people that this is real. This ain't nothing scripted. You said you had a gun case, right? This means that you had a brush with the law. So we want to familiarize everybody with what's going on. You know what I'm saying? What's up, champ? How you, man? We represent for the city. We represent for the city, man. He doing the pills for people. I wrote a book. Know what I mean?
Drug case, the gun case, the robbery case, the homicide,
You know what I'm saying? This is my book right here. Yeah. It's on Amazon. Show us some love, man. I appreciate you for pulling up.
Like my 2012 drug case was a marijuana drug. Got me symptom state. Then the book, they dug up my childhood situation, which, from what I learned, was illegal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I spent 2.5 at that joint.
Now look, what's crazy about that is that you got something called sit down. You got something called the pipeline of prison, which is when a young African American encounter interaction with the police, they're going to make sure that they take you and charge you, right? They might not necessarily incarcerate you at that point in time, but they want to make sure that they put a blemish on your record. It's because they know how the system is set up, that 9 times out of 10, that later on in life, you're going to have a brush with the law. This is by design,
So you get no brother.
right? So now they can use your background to give you more time. It's because this is business.
And it's like you going up the ladder.
The prison system is about business, about a bag. We say we out here chasing a bag. They out here getting a bag off of us. So the reason why they pulled up your criminal history is because they want to make sure that once you incarcerated, now you can't compete against other races in the job market. You can't get a job. They got you out of the way.
The street lawyer, holla at me. Street lawyer, holla at me.
You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there's a major agenda that's in place that a lot of us really don't know or we can't comprehend because we're not taught this. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't know how much time you have. We just wanted to make sure, man, that we
here for the people. We here for the people.
Are showing this
Right.
in real time, man.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Is because the violence that's being caused by us, man, is ridiculous, outrageous. I'm from the street. I love the streets, and I never thought that I would be saying that I don't like the streets. I never thought the day that I would be saying, man, I ain't with that.
I respect that, man. I'm just saying.
You feel what I'm saying?
Man, yeah. It's ain't too much. I mean, I've been
So now what I wanted to say too is, all right, see, they use your background at the state level. Had you got caught at the federal level, right, you would have been looking at probably, you say 2.5, that 2.5 probably would have been hands. Either 2.5 more years or 4 or 6 years. What's up? How y'all doing? Hey, listen, can I get y'all for a minute? We trying to help change the culture in Philadelphia. You gonna see us. I'm telling you, this is important. This ain't nonsense. All right. So yeah. So I got
make sure the lawyer do his job. That's what I do.
At the federal level.
On paperwork.
I'm just coming home.
That's
I've been
what I
home
do.
for about 3.5 years. I'm from Richard Island Project, not too far from here. You feel what I'm saying? So I've been home for 3 months, and I'm saying, look, man, people might wanna know this. You might wanna be informed about this information.
That's real. Like I said, I've been out the street for about 22 months.
Okay.
So I'm one of the little brothers that they couldn't blindside.
Okay. Okay.
So when I came home, I gave up the streets. I literally gave my girls away.
Yeah.
I had that.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna take my little, I'm gonna invest in myself.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
And since then, I mean, I've been up on my, my one too.
Yeah.
So they got me a little gig. Use my gig as a stepping stone.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Now, God will get rid of that record. That get off your case.
Yeah.
You understand? But the game is that you gotta have 10 years, no arrest if you want your sponge record. If you want your record to be expunged, I'm gonna have 10 years, no arrest, and they're doing drug and gun cases. That's new 2021 Pennsylvania law when it comes to expungement.
Yeah.
So I'm viewing the game that the lawyers ain't gonna give you. They're gonna take your money and they're gonna tell you that they denied it. Yeah. They never told you that. You had 10 years without no arrest.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I say I'm
I ain't had no brush up with the law since I came home.
And that's good. And we need other examples like yourself. You understand what I'm saying? It's important. You feel what I'm saying? It's because a lot of us be already putting ourselves back in a position to go back to, it's called recidivism, to go back to prison before we even release. And then a lot of us have a plan to get out of prison, but we don't have a plan to stay out of prison.
Right. That's
You feel what I'm saying?
That's what we're here for the people about.
Yeah. So this
Once I beat the case,
Yeah.
once I beat the case, overturn your sentence or conviction, then we're the lawsuit.
Yeah.
It's called reparations.
Yeah.
I get the payment for the lawsuit. Let's get it, man.
Yeah.
So the brothers come home to something instead
Yeah.
of nothing. Instead of have your hand up and put on the government.
Yeah.
We're not doing that.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody right here depending on no kind of government, none of that.
Yeah.
Everything right here is from the muscle.
Yeah.
No lie.
So let me let me state this because I got to make sure that we continue to and implement our rights, right? We out here at City Hall, in front of City Hall. We got a round table, and we holding court on the street. And the First Amendment, Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibit the free exercise thereof or abridge the freedom of speech or of the press or the right of the people to peacefully to assemble and to petition the government for a redress of grievances. So we could be out here because it's our First Amendment right. We implementing our First Amendment right as stated in the Constitution, that we can assemble, that we can protest, and that we can use public property and forums to create some kind of forum or platform. So that's what we're doing. All right. Once again, I'm on Instagram too. We live right here. And my Instagram is Global Paraphernalia. GLOB. Okay, let me put it in. I want to thank the young brother, man, for showing us some love. Stop, I'm ready to add it to my Instagram.
Keep a lookout for this too. They got another little brand and whatnot. Never subtle.
Right there. That's what I'm at, Global Paraphernalia. You know, once again, we out here, you know, holding court on the street. We appreciate you for your time, man, the energy, man. Absolutely, man. Yeah. Make sure you spread the word, man, and make sure you purchase the book, man.
Most definitely.
Once again, let me tap some people in. Let me tap some people in.
Appreciate you, I said.
All right, no doubt, man. I appreciate y'all, man.
All right.
Go with y'all doing.
Question.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ain't no question.
Let me tap some people in, man. This tag, man. Let me tap some people in. Show some love. Show some love. Show some love.
You understand the people working and all that? It's hot out here.
Yeah, man. Make sure y'all tapping in and showing some love. And showing some love. Come on, tap in, man. Show some love, man. We down here showing some love. Make sure y'all tap a friend and tap a friend, man, and tell them to tap in.
Bring your uncles, grandfathers, brothers, cousins,
Yeah, tap in, man. Show some love. Show some love. Show some love. Show some love.
begging, panhandling, none of this. You get what I'm saying? In the street, you gotta understand in the street.
Show some love. We out here. Once again, we out here. I wanna go back into the Fifth Amendment, right? The Fifth Amendment, which is the Due Process Clause, or double jeopardy. The double jeopardy got the double jeopardy clause. It got self-incrimination, right? Rights against self-incrimination and the due process. So this is the Fifth Amendment, and this is very important. Is because it's your due process. The due process, which is very significant as it pertains to law. And the due process is no person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime unless on the presentment or an indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces or in the militia, when the actual service during time of war or public danger. Nor shall any person be subjected to the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb, nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself, nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without the due process of law, nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. Listen, it's very important to understand that this is the amendment. This is the amendment that causes an indictment, right? The presentment is the part where they present to the grand jury, whether it be state or fed. But the grand jury at the federal level, this is the information against you or the organization that they present to a grand jury, that nobody is there for the defendant or the defendants or the organization. There's nobody there to challenge the prosecution's presentment, his information of indicting a defendant or defendants. So they get to present whatever they want to convince the grand jury to move forward with the indictment. The presentment is before the indictment. The presentment in the Fifth Amendment comes before the indictment. And this is where they get the saying, the prosecutors get the saying, they can indict a ham sandwich. It's because there's nobody at the presentment to represent on the behalf of the defendant or the defendants to challenge the information that the prosecutor is presenting to the grand jury, which is the grand jury is a jury of your peers. So this is the jury process, the procedure is very important. You feel what I'm saying? Let me get you. So this is very important. It's because this is where they get to present the information to us. So understanding the Fifth Amendment is very imperative, whether you are incarcerated or not. Once again, this is what they say. I want to make this clear. I'm going to say this time and time again. It's because it's important, and I don't know who's, coming in at this time, right? Ignorance to the law is no excuse, but it's an excuse that every man will plead once he's in trouble. So what we got to stop doing is waiting until we incarcerated, until we locked up, until we get in trouble to start learning how to protect ourselves. Because you got to understand your appeal process. Let me ask you this. So for the audience, so they'll know, how many days do you have after your sentence to file your appeal? Particularly first, your NOA, which is your notice of appeal. How many days do you have to file after your sentence to file your NOA, your notice of appeal?
You have 15 days, 15 to 30 days window to file your notice of appeal. But it has to be about the objectives that your lawyer failed to object to. You understand? If your lawyer failed to object to something at your trial, that's the only thing you can raise on notice of appeal. You understand? Then your lawyer don't do that because he's slacking, or she's slacking, because their head's so big. Then you got to file the PCRA.
All right, so I don't want to get ahead of the game. So we got to know the appeal process, because this is detrimental to our freedom. Your appeal rights are very important. We need to know this before we get locked up. We need to know this before we experience incarceration. We need to know our rights that protect us, that govern our lives, whether we in the game or not. So, who do you file at the federal level? As far as my understanding, you have 10 to 14 days after your sentence to file your NOA, your notice of appeal, or your notice of appealability. So, now, after your notice of appeals, what do you put on your notice of appeals? What is being done? What are you putting in your notice of appeal?
You are putting the objectives that your lawyer failed to object to. For example, say they said the gun was on you, and your lawyer failed to object to that. That's what you argue on the notice of appeal.
So you are reserving your issues that you believe that can grant you some relief on record, and you file this to the court reporter.
You file to the clerk of courts.
The clerk of courts.
In any city, state, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, the title might change with the statute, but the language is still the same because you're dealing with the Constitution and the cases that back up the Constitution. You understand?
And anything that goes against the Constitution is null and void. Is there anything that goes, any evidence that you can prove, and they come up with something that a statute or a language that goes against the Constitution is ground for immediately dismissal. All right. So now, when you finish with your notice of appeal, you move on to what?
The PCRA, the Post-Conviction Release Act.
Your Post-Conviction Release Act, right? And this is
another stage for appeal that you have up to a year to file after you get found guilty. So say, for example, if your lawyer don't file a notice of appeal, file that. That's going to save you. And you want to put, like I said, I overturned, well, not overturned, I got 3 appeals granted at the trial level from their judges about the 14th Amendment. They withhold as complementary evidence. And that's why I use the overturn sentence. So I don't know the other lawyers going to use.
Yeah.
But people still sitting, so they say they're not using nothing.
Yeah.
Take your money.
All right. So, let me make sure that I state this. As it pertains to the feds, right? A 2255, a 2241. These are particular post-conviction appeals that when you're denied or when you have exhausted your remedies, these are the things, these are the motions, post-conviction motions that you file to address your issues where you either come up with extraordinary, compelling new evidence, or you show that your constitutional rights were violated. We have to understand this. We have to understand this. All right? So once again, after the PCRA, what's next?
The habeas corpus. It's a Hague 2254 that you file. Back to the courts, to the lower courts, and then they go all the way back, go back to the Supreme Court, and go to the feds. You understand? So that's how far that habeas corpus goes. Just like the PCRA, you can take it all the way to the feds really big. But now, I make this clear. This is very important. It came out a couple months ago when the United States Supreme Court that you cannot argue in the United States Supreme Court about the lawyer fell do his job.
Ineffective assistant, yeah.
Now, you cannot raise that in the feds no more. So your lawyer must raise that in the state. And a lot of these lawyers not going to raise that in the state. You know why? Because they want you sitting in jail. So now you cannot raise it in the feds because everybody burnt them out. With that issue of independence of the council, which is supposed to raise it in the state, not the feds. So when your lawyer raises in the state, you cannot raise it in the feds no more. So that's an argument right now. Everybody going through.
Yeah, absolutely. So once again, man, this is the street lawyer in Philly, and let me be clear about this, man. It takes money and resources to address these issues, man. And we're trying to acquire and procure the necessary capital that we need so we could create a forum to be consistent with these events, with these talks. You know what I'm saying? Once again, the brother is doing a service for the people. This is us. I'm doing the service for the people is because I'm giving up some true game in my book. So make sure that y'all support, man, and contribute, man. So we could control our own narratives. So we can control our own destiny. We're trying to get our brothers and our nephews and our uncles and our fathers up out of these prisons. We're trying to stop them from going there from the first place, as well as the women. As well as the women.
And the babies.
You feel what I'm saying? We show us some love, show us some support. We know that people work, we know that people in the streets, we know that y'all in the streets. We know this. I ain't trying to tell nobody to stop living how they living. That's your choice.
You got some real
But
men
when
here.
you talk about real niggas, when you talk about people doing some real shit, when you talk about you represent real niggas, this is it. So let me go into this. Let me make something clear, because I got something with me. Just so y'all, just in case y'all got some kind of question about who I am and my credibility. Because I'm about receipts. Men and women lie. Numbers don't. You see this here? You see this here? This is my paperwork. This is my indictment right here. This is my I stood perpendicular to the judge and took my time. 11C plea for 144 months. This is my proof. This is who I am. This is my identification. This is something I want to go to and have a conversation with you young boys about, right? That's out here, you know, running around, right, with these pistols, you know, selling all these synthetic drugs on the internet, violating all these federal statutes. Right now, Philadelphia is a federal zone. Larry Krasner got on the podium and he said it. So don't pay attention too much to the messenger or the messengers. Pay attention to the message, because I'm trying to give you something. I'm trying to school you to something so you can protect you, so you can have your life, man. Don't take this for nothing else, man. Don't take this for no corny, no nutball shit, because I ain't a nut. I'm thorough. Always have and always will be. And I've been through something and I acquired some things that you might want to know. I could drop a little game on you. And if you're paying attention, this shit might could save your life. Once again, we have Broad and JFK, man. Pull up on us, man. We're in front of City Hall holding court on the street. For real. We down here for real. I could be doing something else with my time. I could be doing something else with my time and my energy and my finances. He could be doing something else. Not really giving a F about what our people going through. But yet, we here giving up this game in the sun. All right.
For those that know who I am, definitely, man. Come on, man. Let's get it, man.
So what I got here is, this is what you would need when you get indicted and gotta go to the feds. You will need your paperwork. You will need your trial transcripts. That's really what's the only thing that's acceptable, for real. Because it states who you are and what your court activities was. This is what you're gonna need. So, right here, what I'm presenting to you first is something called my judgment of commitment. This is my judgment of commitment. This is what you get when you gotta do your PSI or your PSR. Yeah, post-sentence, pre-sentence investigation.
Therefore, them determine how much time
they gonna give you, right?
So youngest man, please, man, accept this from some real men. Like I said, you're not out here begging for nobody to do nothing for us. Everything is from the muscle, man.
Yeah, we ain't out here telling lies. We ain't out here telling lies. Niggas ain't out here faking. You know what I'm saying? We on this joint live in real time in front of the city hall, making the sacrifice. Making the sacrifice for you, because I did mine. I did mine. He did his. And we trying to get back, man. And we trying to get with all other entrepreneurs, man. All this is about economics to get into the bag, man. This ain't about nothing else but getting to, I'm trying to get to a bag. A legal bag. A $1 billion bag. But I'm trying to create change and help reform. Shout out to Meek Mill, Van Jones, and Jay-Z, and Michael Rubin for their Reform Alliance.
You too, Kevin Hart.
And Kevin Hart, and you know, Kim Kardashian. Free Larry Hoover. The new Messiah. Shout out to Kanye West.
There's some real business out here doing what we're supposed to do. We doing what we're supposed to do, man. My thing is that we calling it, especially the babies. This is about the babies, not the old heads. It's about the babies, not the old
babies, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? We know it's dangers associated with doing this, man. There are risks associated with doing this.
Support the street lawyers. Understand? And bring home people home from prison. That's not supposed to. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing.
We support it. We out here. How you doing? Hold on. Let me inform you that we live on Instagram. So we out here. We trying to help change what's going on in the city of Philadelphia with all the shooting against our women and our children. I just got finished doing 12 and a half years. He just got finished doing 20. And we trying to inform our youth and our culture about the laws, the politics, and the economics. And we care. It matters to us. You matter to us. You feel what I'm saying? And this is what we do. We utilizing our time, and we doing this. We holding court on the street. This is my book that I wrote right here. How the Game Began, which the acronym is going after minority economics. And I did 12 years out of my daughter's life, right? It's because the specific statutes that go against African Americans. So that's what we're doing, and we ask for any support that you can provide to us. Because it's not about money or none of that. You sit right here, just listening. Just you listening right here. My mom's seeing this. You know what I'm saying? My girlfriend is seeing this. You feel what I'm saying? My daughter is seeing this.
That's what the women and children.
And this is we need to show them. We need to show. Yeah, right. So by you stopping and you showing this, it shows some normalcy, some humanity. It shows that we are for real.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? We out here in the hot sun, sweating.
Yes.
You know what I mean? In front of the city hall.
Yes. Yes.
So we are out. I appreciate.
Yes, definitely. I can definitely support y'all.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
This is my yeah, we out here, we trying to yeah. Because a lot of us are locked up. A lot of us are locked up illegally. I mean, we do crime, we break law, we break, this ain't no complaint. Everybody ain't innocent.
We get our time, y'all here.
But at the same time, it's a lot of people that are serving sentences that's disproportionate to the evidence. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So y'all don't got no business cards or anything?
Yeah, take his number, just my book. You on any social media platform?
No.
All right, take my number, and that's how you can get to it. Number is 272-636-8557.
Yeah, that's my nephew name.
Once again, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, before I move on, let me tag some of the people in.
I don't podcast because they do stuff that I'm doing. That's how far I am.
Oh, really?
Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, everything.
I'm getting ready.
Oh, Communicalia.
Yes, I'm gonna pick up my.
I think it. How long you been in there?
Well, I was supposed to go before the corona thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And it was that virtual thing, so I was supposed to go in
I
and
think that we probably was going there. No, I was going to Temple. It was Temple.
I had my diploma at Temple.
We was going there together. We was going there. Listen, we was going there. We was in the class together. At Temple.
Yes.
Yeah, I was absolutely. What's up? What's up, yo?
What's going on with you?
Hey, what's up with the boy? Listen, man, we out here holding court on the street. You feel what I'm saying?
I see.
Yeah, we giving it up, man. We giving it up, man. You know what I'm saying? We try to make sure that, you know, we equipped with the information that we need, you know, so these people can't do what they've been doing to us. And right here, let me show you where I'm at, Nice. Let me show you where I'm at.
I know where you at.
Yeah,
I'm soaking it in. I see where you at. That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm sitting here listening.
You already know, dog. You've been showing love. And listen, we gotta get
I'm sitting right here listening. I'm sitting right here listening to all that shit.
Absolutely.
You hear me? That's why I'm sitting here listening to all that shit.
Yeah.
I'm listening. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in the building. Listen, let me get back to working, man. Listen, hit me after this, man, for real, dog, because we got to meet up at the studio so we could really catch up. You feel me?
Real shit.
All right,
I'll make sure right after this.
You hear me?
All right.
All right. I love you, boy.
I love you too.
Absolutely. Yeah, we was going there. I remember you. You remember, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
My head got hurt at first. I was like, well, I'm out there to try to do something else.
Yeah. Miss Jackson was the teacher.
Yes.
Miss Jackson was
And she now is the director of the whole program.
Is she?
Yes, she is.
I got news on her.
No, I
went to school with her, man. I went to college for her Temple. Right here. But listen, I wanted to right here. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. If it goes good, we'll be doing this again. Absolutely. That's what we're trying to do, man, to connect on that level. Because it's all about economics. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're doing. If it goes great, we're going to be out here.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Find out what y'all want.
Okay.
You know, for when I don't have class,
Absolutely.
We can.
Absolutely.
I'll be finding out what y'all ready to come.
All right. And make sure you get the book and spread the word about the book.
I am.
All right, look, too.
I took a picture.
I want to make sure that look, this is what you get. This is my indictment papers. I'm letting y'all know. I'm showing y'all. I stood up. I stood up. I ain't do no cooperating with the government and none of that. I'm showing y'all. You can utter all you want how much you are going to, stand up and, be loyal to the streets and the game. All that shit sound good until you face with a situation that you don't want to be in. And then you gotta perform. You can't practice performing with 30 years. You can't practice that. You don't have time to practice that. This shit happen in real time when they come and get you. You don't know when they gonna come get you. And I was before I was that I had to take care of my state case because I was on state parole. So they ran my time consecutive. My violation with the state, they ran it consecutive to the Fed bid. So these are the kind of things that you won't be up against. And I got some more game for y'all. I want y'all to know. Like right here. Let me show y'all. Just so y'all know. So y'all see. At the top of my indictment, I got indicted out Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Shout out to all my good men and women out Williamsport. You feel what I'm saying? The birthplace of my daughter. Right? At the top, Shakir Lawrence. You know what I'm saying? United States of America versus Shakir Lawrence. I had two other rappers. Y'all can go online on Pacer to check out. I'm not gonna put nobody's names out there and all that. Y'all go ahead and check it out, because I ain't knowing that. I'm trying to move forward with my life. But this is my indictment. This is the Shakir Lawrence, right? The United States of America versus me, by myself. You feel me? You gotta understand that language, how heavy that is. This ain't no game. And this is the evidence law, right here. Feel what I'm saying? These are the things where you see who doing what in your case. And right here, yeah, absolutely. Make sure y'all tapping in, man, and showing us some love. Let me show y'all this is marked money. This is marked money right here. All this is the evidence they come up with. The drugs that they seized right here. My phone, money, all of this is the stuff that they recorded. This is evidence right here. So-called evidence that they had right here. So I'm showing y'all this is real. This ain't nothing fake. Ain't nobody down here faking. Ain't nobody down here faking. I'm letting y'all know, man. I'm letting y'all know, man. Y'all out here running around with these pistols, not knowing, man, that Philadelphia is a federal zone right now, man. And I'm giving y'all true game action. Call home if you in the streets. Call home and ask your fathers. Ask your old heads. Ask the dudes around your neighborhood if these niggas is lying. Ask them if we giving y'all game and y'all should be listening. Ask them. Ask your mans and them that's locked up. This is scales. This is scales. Hold on. This is me holding money. This is scales. This is paraphernalia. This is paraphernalia right here. Drugs, scales, drugs, the money. This is the paraphernalia that they confiscated. Right here. This is what they gonna have. This is what they coming up with. I'm showing y'all, man. Niggas ain't just talking. I ain't out here for my help. I'm really trying to give y'all something, man.
We're not saying that we're not knocking on older people. We're not knocking on older people. The whole thing is that we trying to help the youngest get their minds right and get prepared when they go to jail. Then we sitting in jail incarcerated. Then you gonna wish we had to learn what's going on out here.
Absolutely.
So learn the game of life before you get stuck. These survivors gave him life.
Absolutely. Yeah, so I just wanted to show y'all, you know what I'm saying? And here go the transcripts. Here go the transcripts. These are the transcripts. So once again, I want to make clear. This is what I want to. I want to go into a whole nother dimension right now, right? Because I want y'all to know this. If you had a brush with the law, particularly African Americans, right? The pipeline of prison for African Americans, which the system is designed to go after African Americans, right? Particularly statutes 851, which is a superseding indictment, which is depending on the level, the severity of your case and your background, they're going to enhance you and sentence you under a statute of a significant amount of time. The 841, which is possession with the intent to distribute, right? The 922G, which is felony in possession of a firearm. The 846, which is conspiracy, which isn't even a charge, it's just an offense. It's just an offense that they charge you with as a result of you having one or two or more people that you were involved in with selling drugs that has a mandatory of 10 years. They trying to change it now, but you still get a mandatory of you. They trying to change it to 5 years now, but it's 10 at the time. So if you had any brush with the law and you get caught with as a violent offense, and in some instance, if you got 2 or more prior offenses of the same cases, and they're going to indict you federally. Here's the thing that I'm trying to warn y'all about. When they sentence you and they score you because they give you points, they're going to put you in a violent category where they're going to send you to gangland. They're going to send you to Texas, to Mexico, New Mexico. They're going to send you to California, where it's gangland at. And you really going to have to push a knife. Your life going to be in danger because you run around here with these pistols and you think that it's just one side to this shit. When you get in the feds, it's so geographical. Everything is geographical. Everything is racial. It's either about black, right, Aryan nation. It's about gangs. You understand what I'm saying? MS-17s. You understand what I'm saying? And to the likes of that, it's about, geographical areas, man. Geographical areas, man. And they ain't playing. They don't care where you from. They don't care what your name was out there, how many homicides you got. When they send you to these places for 30 years, for 60 years, and your grandma on welfare, sending you, $50 to $100 a month, man, your fucking perspective gonna change. Cause niggas ain't gonna be there for you. You out here, you killing all these motherfuckers, man. When you experience, they gonna take their life, man. If you don't have the heart to really go ask shit, and it takes your own life. When they get you, man, you gonna get up in the prisons, man, and you really gonna be challenged, man. What you utter out your mouth really gonna be challenged, cause they gonna send you somewhere real far. Gangland shit, man, where it's gonna be 5 of y'all, cause they gonna send you on another coast as a result of your crime, and you really gonna have to perform. And they could smell when you a coward. They can smell when you faking, man. So I'm trying to give y'all some real game, man. Once again, let me bring it down, man, and express, man. What is economics, man? The manufacturing, the distribution, you know, and the manufacturing, the distribution, and the production of goods and services for specific groups in society. That's what economics. You gotta understand economics is because that's why we are in the state that we in. Is because we don't understand how economics work. Getting to the bag, economics is a cultural race. Everybody got a team. Everybody got an economic team that they belong to. So we got to score financial points. My jersey is black. My jersey is not white. My jersey is not any other racial ethnicity. So anything that I'm doing, I gotta contribute to the black culture. And this don't have nothing to do with racism. But race plays an issue as it pertains to economics. And we give everybody else our economic dollar to prosper, and we don't eat. This is why we going through a lot of things that we going through, man. It's because we allocating our dollar to everybody else but our own. And that's what prison is about. The prison industrial is about a dollar, stocks. It's the biggest stock pool in the world. American prison system is the biggest stock pool in the world because it guarantees that they gonna eat if they got stocks in there, because when you in there, you gotta go to commissary to get cosmetics, to buy lotion, to buy soap, to buy food, to buy, sneakers, shirts. And this is how they eat off of us, particularly African Americans, is because we're predominantly the ones that's incarcerated due to these statutes. You feel me? So everything is about a bag. Let's get some money. Everything is, I'm with getting some money. I'm trying to get a major bag. That's why I'm doing this, why I'm here. Because I got a family to feed. So don't get this misconstrued. I represent the street. We represent the street. How you doing? All right. My name is Shakir. Yeah, with Sister Kia. Zakia. Beautiful, man. And I love your skin. Your skin is gorgeous. You know what I'm saying? So we live on Instagram, so I wanted to inform you about that. But we down here and we doing like a court forum. Yes, sir. It's because of what's going on in Philadelphia with all the violence, with all the gun violence, yes, particularly against our women and children.
Yes, sir. I'm working on a women's summit right now on the impact of incarceration on women.
Can you say that right here? Can you say that right here?
I said I'm working on a conference right now that the theme of it is the impact of incarceration on women. And we're not going to just deal with women who are victims. We talk about women who are family members, and we talk about women who work within the system, who know they're doing things that they're not supposed to, but they don't took the oath, but still has an impact on them.
Thank you.
So we're going to talk about all that. It's coming in October, but I'll keep in touch with you brothers.
Keep us informed. Yeah, let me get that one more time. You say the impact of incarceration, the impact of incarceration on women. On women. This is her agenda. What's your name? Sister Zakia Ali. She's dealing with a group helping the Asian population to get out of prison. Be clear. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This is my book. I wrote a book right here called How the Game Begins.
Yes,
and the acronym stands for Going After Minorities Economically.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well,
So,
I'm gonna
get my
we
information.
We can invite you because we're gonna have
Absolutely.
three
Part.
summits.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna do the first one in October, and next one like maybe February, then we're gonna go fall to see if anything is really happening. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah, yeah. Yo, listen, let me be clear about something. Let me be clear about something. Listen, this is hard for me to do. This is hard for me to do. I don't want to come out here being subjected to these people in my business. You feel what I'm saying? But this my way of letting them know they should have left me alone. This is my way of not being angry and coming out here and trying to get back in the game. Because I understand what the game is. You know what I'm saying? I understand what it is. So I'm out here contributing, man. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't out here faking. I ain't worrying about I ain't worrying about how I look. You know what I'm saying? With chains and watches. Because all that'll come, I like it. But I gotta make sure that I'm taking care of my people. I'm doing my people some good, man. That's what this represents. Don't judge me, man. Don't judge me. Like, show me some support and show me some love, man. Because I'm giving some game. I'm using my experience, man. Don't think that you too good. Don't think that because you got a good job or that you got a good house or you an entrepreneur that this shit won't cast upon you or your children. Don't think that this shit can't happen to you. Don't think that you too big to be supporting some shit like this, man. Don't think that you better than niggas and all that.
The majority of people that the police brutality happened to was people that was working. They
Yeah.
went in the streets.
So I want to be clear that this shit is all about getting some money. This shit all about the streets. We could do all of that. But we gotta appropriate this shit, man. We gotta appropriate this, man. Real rap. And we got enough niggas that ain't stand up, that ain't gonna do this. I got enough people telling me how dangerous it is. You feel what I'm saying? I got enough people, telling me not to, don't even care. Worry about myself. My people telling me, worry about myself. So show a nigga some love. Y'all talking that real shit. Y'all talking about being real. Nigga, I stood up. Give me what's rightfully mine. I did my motherfucking time. I ain't asked nobody for nothing. So give me what's rightfully mine. So look, we gonna close, man, with this, man, because we got lives, man. We got people, man, that's waiting on us. And I mean, my man, he brought his wife. He got his wife, a sister, Musalima. She's sitting over there in the car, man. You know what I mean? They went and got this table for some brothers, man. Right here, it ain't much. It ain't much. But we came down here, man, on the strip for the people, man, to show love to the people. You feel me? So what's up, baby? How you? Hey, can we get a minute from you? Let's get a minute. Look, this is what we do, though. This is what we do. This is why the streets of Philly is the way that it is because so you can do it all you want, but don't think that it can't happen to you. Understand? We out here. So look, before we go, yeah, what is it? All right, open it up. But look, listen, man, let me do this, man. We said we was gonna do something, and we did it, and this is what it is.
why I said that. The street lawyer. That's bring the dollars home, uncle, brother, cousin, that's it. That's it. Support the street lawyer. Support the street lawyer. Thank you. Support the street lawyer.
So we pretty much done for this time, man.
You get this book right here, Corey. The game began. The game began.
And I want to thank everybody that supported.
Right here. The game began. Please get this book right here. Please get this book right here. You got boys, you got men. You know what men do.
I want to thank everybody that supported, man, and understand the significance of what we doing. I run the streets of Philly. Make sure that y'all supporting global paraphernalia. I use global paraphernalia. Get on the map with global paraphernalia. Market, advertising, promote your business with global paraphernalia. You know what I'm saying? And we trying to bring it back. Yo! Come here, y'all. Yo! Hey, young.
Look. I always want to stay like that. When you in the streets, you ain't worried about nothing but the streets. That's life. People get where you come from. You understand? That's life, man. To be continued.
We holler at y'all later, man. We're going to do the shit we like to do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want to thank y'all, though.
No doubt.
Everybody that showed up.
Thank you for y'all support. Holla.